not a bad spot to hang out for the evening. Can't camp here or anything like that. This is just a public park in Keene, New Hampshire. We'll probably stealth camp somewhere nearby tonight, but we figured for making dinner and just kind of relaxing for a few hours.
Not a bad view.
No, it doesn't get much better than this. We don't eat too many grilled cheeses. You eat too many grilled cheeses. No, to be fair, this was our backup dinner option. We had plans to go to a restaurant here in town, but then we discovered that it is closed on Saturday evening, so kind of fell through, and this is really all that we have to eat in the van. It'll be good, though.
I'm excited.
It's one of my favorite kinds of sandwiches. Watch out. So where are we headed today?
Nashua?
Something like that. We're going to meet a guy. He's basically like Art Vandelay. He's an importer. An importer-exporter. She doesn't get the reference. Who knew that all we had to do was drive like 30 miles to our east and all of a sudden all the foliage would get a lot better. It's definitely better over here than it was in Vermont yesterday. That being said, today we are actually going to meet up with an importer, somebody who imports vehicles from overseas. And you know, this isn't really an option that we're 100% set on or anything like that. We are definitely considering it. You know, it's something that I've always been interested in, like the whole JDM market and everything like that. But that being said, there are a lot of risks that come with doing something like this. Obviously, the vehicles are pretty old. They have to be at least 25 years old in order to import them, and there's quite a few other risks as well, which we'll get into in a future video if we do decide to go this route. And the vehicles that we're going to be looking at today have actually already sold, so none of them will be available. They're already bought, everything's already done. They're just waiting for the new owners to come pick them up. But we wanted to just check them out in person and meet the guy that we might be working with here. It just so happened that he was located right here in New Hampshire, like literally just an hour away from where we were yesterday, and everything just kind of lined up. We figured we might as well stop by and check this out and see if this is a potential opportunity for us. So we're excited. We're kind of looking forward to checking these things out, and it should be a fun afternoon.
That was a really lovely little coffee shop. We just sat out there and looked at vans for a while, and now it's time to go look at some vans.
In real life?
In real life. You nervous?
No, I'm excited though. Look at these things. Whoa. Look at these things.
I love them. Oh, look at that one.
Wow.
How do you feel?
I feel weird.
It's a loud one.
It's loud and we're on the wrong side of the road here. It's automatic though, so that's good. Where's the seatbelt? Alright, so here we go. Oh my god, this is so weird. It's on the wrong side of the road. Actually, you know what? Actually, it's not that weird.
It's not that weird.
It's like totally fine.
The hardest thing about driving on the other side is having to be on the other side of the lane.
It's like the only thing you got to pay attention to is not crossing your yellow line here. But I mean, it's like driving a little. It's easy.
Use the windshield wipers.
I don't know how. Where are they?
Oh, nice. First try. Sorry.
Okay, this is weird. So looking to the left. Is there anyone over there?
Yep.
There is?
Do not go.
That's hard. So
Yeah.
a sharp or gradual right turn trying to look left is almost impossible.
Yeah.
Your turn?
Yes. My turn.
It's like driving like a school bus or something.
Yeah.
You made it.
Yeah, we made it. I did everything. Right? I put it in park.
It never starts
I
again.
Turned it off, and I.
All right, let's get out of here.
Bye. Power windows.
Oh, super custom. 1995.
Wow, this is like a real car.
It's a nice pickup. Wow, it's fast.
Yeah, it's really fast. No wonder people get this. Like, I don't feel like I'm driving a school bus. This is a really nice ride. Like, considering.
It feels like a new car.
Yeah, it does. Wow.
Are you speeding right now?
No, I'm doing 50 kilometers, which is what, 30 miles an hour?
I think it's like 33.27.
No. Maybe.
27.842.
You're very helpful.
This is not really a van that we're going to consider or anything like that because it doesn't have a high top. It's not really built out like that last little kind of Class C type thing that we were just driving a second ago. But in terms of like engine and everything like that, I definitely am more comfortable with a Toyota diesel like this. This is just a better feeling vehicle overall. I feel like there's a lot more Toyota Hiaces like this here in the States. So I think if we do go this route, more than likely we're going to try to go either Mitsubishi or Toyota. And this one definitely feels a lot better, right?
Oh, yeah.
Don't crash it while you're parking here.
Where do you think I should back up to?
There's a beep for the
There's a
backup.
beeper. I feel like we could make this work.
I think so too.
It's tight, but
It's
we
fun.
can get creative, and it's really fun.
Thank you again, Derek, for taking the time to meet up with us this afternoon and hang out. We were there for like 3 hours or so. It definitely was a long afternoon. Shannon is taking a nap right now in the van, and I'm just kind of exploring this local park here, but definitely was a lot of fun. The name of that business is Northeast Auto Imports. I'm going to put a link in the description below to their Instagram. This video isn't really sponsored by them or anything like that. It was just a good opportunity. We happen to be right in the area here, and this has kind of been something that I've been interested in for a while. Some of you guys may know I did work in the auto industry a little bit, quite a few years back before I started living out of the elements. And during that time, I kind of picked up a little bit of a fascination with the JDM market, the Japanese domestic market, and just kind of the idea of possibly importing a right-hand drive vehicle at some point in the future. There are definitely quite a few potential issues with going that route, the biggest one being the age of these vehicles. The United States has some weird laws that require them to be at least 25 years old before they can be imported from overseas. So definitely something that we're going to have to think about. You know, rust and stuff like that could possibly be a little bit of a money pit, to say the least. But at the same time, it's pretty much impossible to beat the size of these vans. They are absolutely perfect. So easy to drive around and everything like that. Easy to fit in a parking spot. They fit, even the Class C that we drove, the first one that we did, the little mini Class C, fits perfectly inside a regular parking space. They have little diesel engines in most of them. They're extremely fuel efficient. A lot of them are four-wheel drive as well, and you can do little lift kits and stuff to really make them like solid off-road vehicles. Some of the Delicas especially, and the Toyota Hiace as well. Definitely a lot of options here, guys. As for the million-dollar question here, did we find our dream van today? I think it's a little bit of yes and no. We definitely now have a much better idea of exactly what size, what engines, what makes and models that we would be going for if we did decide to go this route. Like I said earlier in the video, we're not 100% set on this or anything like that. It is definitely an option though, and we have time. We're not in too much of a rush. It does take a little bit of time for something like this to play out, so it's possible. Maybe one day we find something that we want, import it, and it ends up working out and it becomes our dream rig. I think that it is definitely a possibility, but we'll see what happens. What does that say?
I don't know.
It's a Seinfeld reference.
I don't remember ever seeing